Let's hope others will join during our session today. So as I guess Jenna was asking, what we passed by was two lessons regarding the Copilot service, which we understood the architecture of the Copilot, and we have taken some demonstrations about that. Why do we do that with the sales team? So that the sales team also can have also the power in order to convince the client about the efficiency of the product. That's why I rolled over artificial intelligence in general and then started giving you demonstrations related to everything. I hope related to most of the things related to Copilot. And because that has a lot of extensions and a lot of things that it can do. So the first two sessions were related to understanding the product, how it works, and how to empower your knowledge about it. And today's sessions we're going to pass also through a bit of demonstrations, and I'm going to explain to you the proper approach to a client, how to convince this client about purchasing any of Microsoft or anything within your life, how to convince a client that they should be using this or that product. Regarding the Copilot, as I told you, or you should know, I'm a big fan of such products because I started with the computing since 1986, and I know how much it elevated everything related to moving from analog world to the digital world. And when I see such a product like the Microsoft Copilot, which is something very great, and I hope that you one day get your hands on a license and try it for yourself, other than the things that you have seen within the Bing chat or chat GPT, which are also wonderful products and astonishing and has a lot of power. But when I'm talking about a chat GPT or a copilot that works within my environment and extract information about my real life scenarios and things that I'm working on, this is very, very powerful. And of course, it can be a factor, a major factor to convince a client how to buy it. So now, as a sales team, we have the knowledge about Copilot, and we're going now to start dealing with clients. How do we deal with clients in order to convince them to purchase any product? Or let's talk now about Microsoft service, which is called the Copilot. Well, the Copilot is a self-selling product. As you know, I don't know if until now I have convinced you as teammates within the company I'm working with about the efficiency or about the power of Copilot. So let's discuss it since we are not a lot today. If I ask you about the experience about the Copilot, what do you think about Copilot, and how and do you recommend Copilot for anybody or for any institution or any of your clients? What do you think, Jana? Would you recommend it for a client?
I'll have to first research for. Okay, I have to first research on the advantages side of it. However,
Okay.
yes, I would do recommend it,
Yeah.
since it's AI and our life is basically changing or getting more, im- what's the word? Improved, بلكي.
Yeah.
So we're now more into AI. So yes, I would do recommend it.
You would recommend it. Uh, Regarding the demonstrations that you have seen, or on the side of this recommendation or this demonstration, don't you find yourself interested to have it and put your hands using such a product that makes your life easier? May I know what's your main role in the company, Jenna?
Okay, I'm from the pre-sales department.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, what's interesting about it? Yeah, I'm more interested now to learn more about it, which is why I directly asked, like on spot, to have licenses. If we're able to
Okay.
have licenses to practice it on,
So
but we're still pending.
yeah, I hope you'll get your license. But as I told you, you are now in pre-sales. and I don't know if the others are the same role. So now we are going to sell a product to a client. You need an approach. You need to convince the client about this product. So the first thing the product or the clients might ask about, or many factors that might convince the client or help the client take the decision into approval into or denial, are related to their own environment. Will it be efficient? Will it save them time? Will it make them earn more money? Will it improve their overall tasks? And as a product, Copilot can do a lot of these. And now we'll see the proper approach. What tools do we have in order when we go to a client, we should know the environment of this client and how it will be affecting it in different places. So for that, Microsoft has some tools that you as sales can use. I will send you the Excel sheet file and I will send you a presentation that you can use it while approaching your client, which is very interesting. So the first thing we should know or talk about is that the availability of this product, who can purchase it, who can use it, because most of our clients have their own licenses related to M365. Are they eligible to use it? Let's see and discuss this in details. So we have, as you can see, this is the extending availability to eligible customers. The eligible customers that are, or the that are, wait, just give me 1 second. So as you can see here, we have these eligible SKUs, the Microsoft 365 E3, E5, and F3, and we also have the business standard and the business premium. What I highlighted here is the red, which is the Microsoft 365 A3 and A5, especially for faculties only, which are for educational sector. So if we have a faculty that is using the A3 or the A5, and they are a faculty that has an agreement with Microsoft, they can get the Copilot in these kind or this type of SKUs. So these are the places where you should look into before going to a client and convince the client that you are going to sell them uh, the Copilot. You should be aware that these are the available SKUs as I showed to you. Any tenant that has the Entra ID, which is related to Azure, will be able to use the Copilot. Let me just here minimize this thing. Okay. These are the prerequisites for Copilot. Whenever you want to go and sell a product to a client, you should be aware or make sure that the client has all these available. As you can see, they should have a 365 application tenant. They have Microsoft Entra ID, Microsoft OneDrive, Microsoft Auto, and most of these, whenever you have an E3 or an E5 license, are available and met within the environment that you're going to be selling to. So this is something you should be aware of. The cost of the license is $30 per month, but the minimum commitment is 1 year. So any client that wants to purchase the Office, the Copilot for Office or for Microsoft 365 should be committed into a 12 months period minimum. So it will be $360 per user per year. And again, these are the licenses that are supported. I guess these are all information. Let me send you this on the chat so you can have it as a reference for you. Do you have anything to ask, Janine? Okay.
Khalid, I have a question.
Go
Do
ahead.
we have a Word document that specifies what licenses other than like E3, E5, and like requirements and so on for Copilot? The
I see. You
prerequisite.
mean prerequisites for the I can
Uh,
send that to you. I guess I already sent that in the references, but I will get you the document and send it to you. No worries.
yeah,
No
please.
worries.
Sorry,
Yes, go
I
ahead.
was muted. I just wanted to ask, it says there that it's not available for students. However, is there any way that the students might be able to experience it or use it, or it's purely just for teachers or for faculty?
Yes, if the students have their own email within a faculty, they can be able to use it. There is no trial versions. There is no sandboxes for the Copilot for now. If a student needs to use it or test it, the user should have or the student should have a faculty A3 or A5 license. Okay, until now, this is the only way for students to experience the Copilot uh, trial or experience in general.
Okay.
Okay, now if we need to go to a partner and sell the partner this product, there are some like a roadmap we should follow. We have here the journey, the customer journey, and the partner journey, which align together. Though, so the first is the vision and value will show the customer the vision and the value of the product. This product will do this and that for you. And this is where we use what we have learned within the previous two sessions. Okay. The presentation is not shareable. I am sorry about that. I can't share this presentation. It is not allowed to share the presentation, but I will guide you into some websites that has similar presentations uh, that might help you. Okay, so the second step would be, which is assessing and preparing the environment of the client in order to see if the client is eligible to have this uh, service within their environments, within their tenants. And this is what we call it the co-pilot readiness. Then the next step would be piloting, purchasing, and enabling, which is the deployment phase, where we start deploying and we have a procedure for deploying. And this is a technical part where they get the technicians that will deploy the service for the client would be testing the environment to make sure that they have the proper securities in order to make sure that information will not be leaking from an account into another. In simple words, preparing the environment before installing the product, then start testing the product on some users and some devices, because we know that we can have users and we can have devices. We just tested on samples of different users from different departments and make sure that everything is ready. After that, we start installing it for all the environment in parallel, some devices, then some users, then mixing and matching between these and redoing the test for compatibility, for security, for access control, for everything related to what the customer is mainly concerned about. After that, we have what is called the adoption and use. Now you have sold the product and you got your money in the bank, and you are, as a company which sells products, is satisfied. But here comes the role of the priest or the after sales stage, which is making sure that the user is being or the product is being used by the user. The user is adopted to the service that we have sold, is making benefit of this product. And this is for the next stage of selling, which is after I have sold this client. Let's say this client has 1,000 users. So for testing purposes, the client demanded to use like 500 or 200 or maybe 100 users. in order to see if this product will pay for itself in any of the matters that they have in mind. Maybe for the time saving, maybe for the job, uh, uh, making the tasks better, or any aspect the client is thinking about. So, in order to make this client satisfied, I should always walk along with this client, not sell and say goodbye and never contact the client. No, I should make sure that the client is using the product, is adopting with its feature. I send the client in any of the communication methods, maybe through Viva, maybe through emailing, through any way of contacting with the client. I just send the client some information about the product. I check on the usage of this client using different places like the admin center. So this thing shows the client that you are caring about what you sold, and it will automatically make the client satisfied about the product and will surely go ahead and extend or buy other and add other license to other users. The last pillar here is the extend. After we have installed the Copilot, did the previous steps, we have what is called the extensions of the Copilot, which makes the Copilot more powerful by using the graph and by using the extensions, which enlarges the powers of this Copilot within our environment, even more these powers that they have already within the default installation of the application. So the steps in order to build a successful Copilot practice, we have make sure that the customer is AI ready, sell and deploy, adoption and ongoing services. That's what I have spoken about. Get customers ready, make sure that the data is protected, the data is well structured, everything related to users, everything related to access control, so that I am sure as a seller and the client is sure as a user for this product that their information is 100% protected and won't be leaking. Selling and deploying, after I made sure that everything about security is ready and the environment is AI ready, and sell deploy. And after that, as I told you, the post sales, which is looking around the performance, seeing the reports coming from there, and using the product is going so well. This is the Copilot, as I told you, adoption, making sure that the Copilot is being used. That we train the users on how to use the Copilot by giving them some information about the prompts, as I told you, which was about the Microsoft Copilot. And again, I will send you this link because this is a place where you, or maybe you have special team for training, maybe the operations team will be responsible for training the clients about the product. So we should have some references that we support the users with in order to make sure the user is using the product well. And after that, and after I'm sure that the client is using the product well, I can go with another steps or another products or more licenses or whatever. So everything until now is understood. This is the Copilot what I was talking about. So tell me, is everything now clear for you? Do you have any questions related to what I have been? Are you getting what I'm aligning here or what I'm telling here? What I'm saying here is that as a pre-sales or a sales, the first step is you should know what you are selling. Then you should go with it with the journey that I have told you about with the customer, is to convince the customer. How do I convince the customer? By showing the power of the tool. Then we have something very important, is that the tool is going to pay back for itself. How is it going to pay back for itself? Maybe by saving time, maybe by making the productivity higher, maybe in any other way. So I should be aware of everything this tool can do and shed the light to the customer. How is it going to be beneficiary within their environment, whether I'm talking to commercials or whether talking to schools. Imagine if I give the teachers within a school the power of Copilot, how much time it would be saving them to prepare their lessons, how to prepare their questions or exams or whatever, or even creating any presentations or whatever. So I'm now making this the teacher saving, let's say, for let's say every day for let's say 1 hour or 2 hours every day. Just calculate that weekly, then monthly, then on the whole season or on the yearly or educational year, how many hours it would be saving each teacher, and multiply that by how many teachers within that environment, and then you will get a big number of hours that is saved. So this big number of hours can be used and creating other projects, creating any other things. So, and we can be just more creative. And so this way is one of the ways the product is being paying for itself. This is one way. So for me, I would love to show or approach the client who is I'm going to convince but to use Copilot in addition to the great knowledge that the clients can have, which the factor is I'm talking about is the time saving of the employees and the creativity that can be enlarged or enhanced because of the Copilot and because of the free time this product is giving for us. So whenever we have additional time, we have additional productivity. Productivity at the end equals money. So got the idea about that? This is the Copilot. I have already demonstrated that for you. So I will skip it. This is what we have been all talking about. I have just explained that to you. So again, let me just hear an answer from you. Did you get the idea behind what I'm talking about? Thank you, Ammar. At least Ammar answered me. So, uh, regarding why would I use Copilot, these are very simple answers because it is a native product, because it is very protected, and it is powerful because it is using AI, and we have 100 reasons to give why to use Copilot. For the clients, we have what is called the onboarding uh, kit. This is, I guess, one of the jobs or the tasks that the admins or the technicians will be doing. But for you as pre-sales or sales, if a client asks you, what are the procedures to installing the Copilot? Should I remove the licenses and install again? So tell me technically, is it easy or is it hard to install the Copilot? You would answer it is very simple. All you would need is to have your licenses purchased. You can add them from the admin center, and the admin will simply assign licenses to the users or to the groups the same way he or she does with any other Microsoft product like Excel, like PowerPoint, like any of the products that we have. So we have what is called the onboarding kit, which will help the users by giving them easy installation and will also give them some information related to that with some uh, references for the usage of this service. As you can see, readiness and HR community, let me send you these references. They are good for you if you are going to start reading about Copilot. These references are very important for you as sales. You should read them and then go and head to the client. And whenever you need resources, I am here. I have lots of resources related to Copilot if you need to advance your knowledge with Copilot. So key to adoption success, which means that the client is using the product, is adopted with the product, define a vision and identify how Copilot for Microsoft will be used. So whenever you go to a client, define a vision. What does the client want from this product? Just make sure that what the client hopes is available within the product that you are selling. Don't be disappointing to the client. Just before you go and approach the client, have the tool that I'm going to tell you about next to this. And if you see that this tool gives you high percentage of what we call it satisfaction, then go with the vision and explain your way in a way that you prefer to the client, maybe by email, maybe by a physical visit, maybe through meeting. Just show the client what he needs is being solved, or just show them how you are going to fulfill their requirements or their needs. So this is what is called the vision. Obtain proactive support from key roles to accelerate use, including senior leadership, IDTM. You can have different supports like references and enable champions and provide business relevant snackable. These are done by Viva. These are like the MS Learn and the places where you enable points for the client where they can get uh, more details or more points about the product they are using. Raised awareness through the launch of events and omni-channel communication. All these are ways to make sure that your client is satisfied. You can use any of these methods, like using an event, launching an event, or maybe like using the Viva again or the omni-channel in order just to make sure that you are always in contact with your client after sales, because this is very important for your reputation and for your continuity. Being or taking care of the after sale and support and in training and information related to the product is very important for you as sales team or sales members. Okay, we have hands-on scenarios where we can use the Copilot. We have the PowerPoint, we have the Outlook, we have the Word, and we have the Teams, and we have the Loop. These are different things that can be done. I will not be reading all this slide, but let's say within PowerPoint, you can create drafts, you can add more contents, you can edit contents in Loop and Teams. You can use the prompt that catch me up that will just give you just a draft of what's going on to update your information, ask the questions about the discussions, and blah, blah, blah. As you can see here, there are a lot of things that can be demonstrated. Here we can talk about what is called the persona experience. These are some samples of where I can use the Copilot, or where you can tell the client where they can use the Copilot. Again, you are a sales member, you have a knowledge about this product. So one of the members of the company you are meeting with asks you, where do you think we can use the Copilot? You can say that we have what is called the persona experience within the Copilot. And here are some examples where you can use it within the HR, within the sales, within the marketing, within the finance, and within the IT department. So I will have a question for you now, guys. And please, I will wait for an answer. So now, as sales teams, and we have passed through 2 days of training regarding the Copilot. Do you think using Copilot in any of the daily tasks that you have is efficient? And can you give me an example about how efficient it would be? Go ahead, Janine.
Okay, so personally, I have not used Copilot again. However, I have seen some of my colleagues you I have seen someone used it, and I've seen how efficient it is to make a presentation, and how to, like, how fast it is to create a draft. So in an
That's that.
education,
That's
yeah.
the answer I'm looking for. Yeah, that's it. It makes my life or your life easier. It makes you
Mm,
or helps you create presentations, Word
a
files,
draft.
a draft regarding anything within the Microsoft 365 family. It can make things much easier for you. So as a sales, whenever you're going to have a meeting, it can record that meeting. It can give you details about that meeting. It can give you summaries about that meeting. It can recap that meeting. Well, whenever you have a topic and you can take that topic from there and go to Word maybe and write something about that, then you can take what you have done in Word and email it through the Outlook. And after that, you can maybe also take some information about a topic that was discussed and go within PowerPoint and create a presentation based on that. So this is what is like having multiple. 1 second, I have just give me 1 second. If you look, did you lose anything in the screen or everything is fine? Because electricity was cut off. Can you still see my screen and hear me?
Yes.
Yes, Khalid.
Okay, sorry, but something went. Well, it's something that happens every now and then. So this is what I was talking about. So let's get back to our presentation here. So we have like different places where I can be using the Copilot within the HR, within the sales, within the marketing, within the finance, and within the IT department. So when we would start giving examples, as I told you, we'll never stop. We have lots and lots of these examples related to each and every one of these personas and any of these departments that we're talking about. So just give me seconds until my screen launches or starts and okay, now I can roll on with the slides. Okay, I need to do something. Thank you, electricity. I need to stop the presentation and run it again. Sorry, give me 1 second. So you can see now my screen back, okay? Right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So we were, you know,
Ping chat.
I am so sorry for repeating these slides, but okay, I guess we are now in the correct slide. As you can see here, we can have a lot of personas experiences. This is regarding the HR. I will roll on this quickly. We can be using the Copilot for different things like adding recruitment and hiring documents, compliance with laws, different documents. And whenever we are meeting with a an employee or someone who is applying to a new job, we can take what happened or the chat, and it will help me analyze and do a lot of things in order to make decisions in a faster way. As you can see, this is one of the things that in HR can do. As you can see, they can craft the job description, summarize the interview notes, and then after that they are able to draft the offer. We here within this information, we have used three of the products of Microsoft. We have the Word, we have the Teams, and we have the Outlook. All of these were used in order to make the life of the HR easier. Here is a day in the sales lead, as you can see, surface new leads, prepare for each pitch, and capture meeting notes. As you can see here, we have used Outlook, we have used Teams, PowerPoint, Excel, and different products, again, Team and Outlook. These are just as we can describe them as examples. Here is in the IT or the administrator, here is how we can use the Copilot in order to summarize changes within any of the tasks or any of the topics or any of the things that we are working with. We are using the loop and Word. Then again, stay on topic during a meeting, share the impact using the Copilot, which can, as I told you, because it has an access to what is called the MS graph that contains all the objects that we have seen for even for the HR or for the IT or for the sales team. It has the accessibility to all these objects, and it can combine between all of them and get answers and generate upon them, generate reports, generate, let's say, images, whatever we need to generate, analyze, summarize. All these AI tools are within our environment and under the usage for our own files that are under the umbrella of the MS graph. Viva, we know Viva, it was like the Yammer, and it's like something like the, I call it the Facebook of Microsoft. It can be a place where you can engage, have engagements. We have different samples or example of real life scenarios. Dentsu is one of them. Copilot for Microsoft are saving like 15 to 30 minutes a day, and Copilot for Microsoft increased 12% and for Microsoft 365 users saw an increase of 18% of uninterrupted hours. If you need to read more about the Dentsu, this is the case of or the case customer story of Dentsu, or you can just Google it and you can find it and you can read it in order to have the impact or the knowledge about that and use it within your sales with any of the clients that you are going to be using this information for. As I told you, I don't know if you know and have an idea about Viva, but I have it installed within my environment. As you can see, this is the Viva Engage. It's where you can just create, we call it communities. And here we have all the company community where you can send files, send videos, create questions, create polls. And from there, you can send also files, add files. You can add any kind of files or maybe send for your clients. All you need to do is to add them or invite them as guests to your community, or you can create community for your clients or for their customers where you deploy information, start posting some how to do Q&A, whatever. So this is the Viva, which is very efficient product. I don't know if you are using it, but I guess since you are in CTS and CTS has it enabled, you can just get your hands dirty with that and start using it, maybe sending messages to your teams, creating a community for the same departments that you are working with, and start experiencing the product and the experience of Viva. Okay, Viva has different, as you can see, we have Viva for skilling that is used for training or maybe giving skills profiles and information and learning paths and plans, whatever. We have Viva for measurements that will show you how a product is being used. It will be showing dashboards. It will be showing real life measurements that are coming from the tenants of a client or for coming from a client's admin center or whatever. Here is that you can see all this information from the Viva for measurements. This is something enough about talking about. Let me just show you this presentation here.
The promise of AI is real. It will transform the way everyone.
Can you hear the voice, guys?
Yes, Khalid.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Solange. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Works, but achieving this requires a plan. Organizational leaders must decide how to best roll out AI-powered tools like Microsoft Copilot and help users get the most out of them. The new Microsoft Copilot dashboard helps organizations get the most out of their AI investments. It helps leaders prepare for their Copilot rollout, understand and drive usage and adoption, and measure its impact. Creating awareness is a crucial step to driving adoption. Viva empowers leaders and teams to elevate key messages with campaigns that energize employees. Within a campaign, you can create and manage internal communications to drive awareness and adoption of your AI transformation strategy. Viva provides rich templates and guidance to help your communications resonate with audiences. Communicators can publish to multiple channels simultaneously, manage their campaigns from a central hub, and view engagement metrics that inform future communications. Clearly communicating your AI transformation strategy is just one step in a successful adoption program. Even with the power of AI tools, to be successful requires upskilling your workforce. Learning how to use these new tools effectively is crucial to successful adoption. Viva provides a centralized hub that seamlessly integrates learning and building skills into your day. Your team can discover, share, recommend, and learn from content libraries and academies provided by Microsoft, your organization, and top partners, including LinkedIn. The Microsoft Copilot dashboard in Viva Insights enables leaders to track adoption and measure the impact of your Copilot investment across Microsoft 365 applications and features. Return to the dashboard to monitor progress as your organization adopts AI in their daily work. You also view adoption by teams, organizations, and business functions. The impact page is the core of the dashboard.
Okay. I guess you have seen what is Viva and how we can use it for pre-sales and maybe after sales to see the adoption results, to see everything coming from the Copilot. And before we go to something new, I just wanted again to make sure that everything uh, I am explaining today is digested and well uh, reaching you very well. And again, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate. Send me on Teams, and I will be giving you if you need any references, if you need anything related to what I am explaining. And again, I apologize about the presentation, but I can give you things that are much important, much more important than this presentation. Now, before we head to the end of day, I want to explain something related to what is called Microsoft Business Case Builder. What is Microsoft Business Case Builder? I prepared a presentation for that. I will send it to you. Let me just send this to you before we head into anything else. This is very important. I don't know if I can send it in here. I will try. Okay, can I do it here? Okay. I can't send the file in here. I will share it to you with you anyway, don't worry. Anyway, what is the case builder? It is a website that is created by Microsoft. This is a service on Microsoft Transform uh, page, which includes some tools for their partners. One of the tools we are talking about is the business case builder. The business case builder is like a pre-step that you do in order to make sure that when you go to the client, you have all what you need in order to show the client the efficiency of the product and how the product will be uh, how efficient it will be and how much it will save time or be more creative or more productive. How does it do that? We have two versions or two types of the Microsoft Case Builder. We have an online copy and we have a copy that we can download and use as an Excel sheet. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. Introduction to business case. A business case or is a financial document used to justify an investment. So you're going to justify, explain the investment. The investment here is purchasing a Copilot license. The business case looks at the cost of the investment. It then looks at the benefits of the investment decision. So what is important here is that I am going to convince a client to pay money to get a service. So this service or this investment should have a way to pay back. Sometimes the payback is by giving me, let's say, fewer working hours, or maybe by giving me more productivity. And as I told you earlier, all these are on the balance of gaining or making more money. This is what we need to have or to prove to the client that even though you are paying this amount of dollars, but in a way or another, this product will be paying for itself. This will be the investment that, or the payment of the investment will be in a way getting back to you in a way. How I do that in real uh, what we call them proofs by using one of the business case builders, even through the online by whether that is offered by Microsoft or by the one that is here within. Uh, this is the business case builder. As you can see, this is the website BCB Transforms, and we'll go with business case builder. Okay. This is the business case builder. You should have a partner account in order to have access to this business case builder, or even you can try the version which is a downloadable version. And I will show that to you now. It is a file, an Excel file. Let's see which is faster, the Excel file or the online. So here is the Excel file I'm talking about. As you can see, this is a tool that I can use in order. You need to turn the security off for Excel. Here you can see these are the steps that you are going to use. And we have some information that you should fill for the client. As you can see, the company name, you can get it from your tables, the cost, the Microsoft ID, industry, region, blah, blah, blah. If you have these installed within your environment, all you need to do is that select the client or select the TP ID of the client, and automatically some of these fields will be filled, okay, based on the information that you have within your environment about this client. And then you will be choosing which of the services you are going to use, and by deploying or giving some of the examples or from the required data here, then after that you start, after you fill all the information, you begin the analysis, and after the analysis begins and ends, it will show you some results in tables and tools that you can be showing to the client with real numbers based on the information coming from their environment. I will send you this Excel file, and I will send you also a presentation about this case builder, which is a tool you should be familiar with. Let me see if it opened the online. Okay, here is the online version. I guess we have the same step, select the customer, input the licensing. These are the steps that you are going to follow. Input the licensing information, enter the current environment, and here it describes or explains each of these. Then customize the results, and after that, would be this one would be running, and you will be having to enter this information, as you can see here, add the client, add the details. After you fill all these, you begin the calculation. And when you are done with the calculation, it will show you a document or reports that you can take with you to the client in order to show this client what you're talking about and what you have to prove and how this return of investment will be going with this client. So this is what I was talking about, and I hope you got the idea behind what I am saying. So is everything clear until now? Is everything crystal clear? As you can see here, prepare for the conversation. You have to be expecting, prepare yourself for the conversation, explore Copilot. This is what we have been doing. Explore Copilot resources by Microsoft. Read the resources, because this is a very important. The first meeting is the most important one, where you can throw your spells on the client and show the client the efficiency, the importance, everything related to that product. Then after that, be prepared to customer questions like how will they use the Copilot for their daily routine, how Copilot will increase their productivity, how Copilot can help improve in improving work, and how Copilot can improve employee engagement. Again, this thing is not tutoriable. This something is the power, or it's a gift from God in selling. I say that the sales team is the most gifted team. They should be gifted first thing, then they should be knowledgeable about the product, and then they will be selling 100%. Some products that are the worst products in the world were sold because of the power of the sales team. So if you are powerful, you can sell anything. And then if you are powerful and you have a very powerful product, then you should sell, because it is something that sells itself. I'm talking about all the products of Microsoft. Let's be real. Microsoft is, even everybody might say that they have some things about Microsoft security or Microsoft Windows or blah, blah, blah. But let's be real and go to the results. Microsoft is the number one sales and everything related to operating system. Number one sales and Copilot, or similar products. So let's be facing the truth. Microsoft is the number one selling products because they are the most friendly or user-friendly services or applications or operating systems or whatever. So this is very important for you. Go ahead and start selling the Copilot. Just see if you are going to sell Copilot for schools and universities for educational sector. Just uh, put your hands on what you need from this part of Copilot and just shed the light for that for the customers on that. This is very important to be explained. Define Copilot 365 value. Of course, you have now the value of the 365 quality content, close rates, time to market, productivity, everything that will at the end be a return on investment. As you can see, the return on investment, as I said earlier, might be directly or indirectly, but at the end, the product will pay for itself. Okay, you have two versions of the business builder, as I've told you here, where you fill the information, and here you can get the results coming from the case builder. In 4 months, how much time, how much money it will be uh, giving back, and here are the total of course, these numbers are for not or for major companies, but as you can see, they are based on information coming from the client's database. This is how you use the case builder. I will send you, as I told you, everything related to that and details, and you will be doing well with that. So I guess we are now close to the end of the day. Just wanted to show you something before time ends. I promised you about that. Before I show you that, do you have any questions? No questions? Okay. Then I will stop. I will just show you what I told you about. Yeah, the last time was about the Excel, that we have a tool that's called the Analyze. Here I open the Excel and I have a table that includes sales related to Candy Company. I would just open it and will press on Analyze Data. As in less than 1 minute, I will get tens of examples of or things that I can see. I have 30 plus results of charts, pivot tables, and related information about this this data included within that table. So this is what I wanted to explain for today. Thank you for attending, and I hope I will see you tomorrow at the same time. If you have any questions, please let me know. I wish you a nice day and goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.